going on the backed up situation and then kind of stalled out. There were a couple drives where we didn't complete the execution in the first half. But just the elements as you got later in the game, you want to take that into consideration and make sure that defense was playing well. We had a lead. We didn't want to put them in a situation by just turning over the ball.
What was the biggest key to getting Gallman going in the second half?
The biggest key is just challenging him to stay disciplined, not to try to do too much, figure out where the running lanes were, stick with it, stay committed to the running game. It's easy when you don't have success that you want early on to go away from it, but we knew it was going to be a game that was going to be one up front. We knew we were going to have to be committed to the running game, and he did a great job. Deshaun did a great job, and hats off to the offensive line. That's 3 games already this season where we've been right at 200 or over 200 yards rushing, which everyone had questions about those guys being able to run block going into the season.
Yeah, you talked about Deshaun's legs would play a big role in this game. How nice was it from your perspective to see Watson break free on the first drive and then the offense be able to start quickly and put it in the end zone early twice?
Oh yeah, I mean that was something that we challenged, and we wanted to come out and start fast and keep the pressure on, and we knew we were going to have to turn Deshaun loose and be calculated when we call the runs, but he was finding the lanes. He looked comfortable running, so we fed him as much as we could, and then when his runs weren't there, we gave it to Wayne, and he found some runs.
The line was at a disadvantage versus their defensive line. Really challenged our guys. We knew, regardless of the elements, that we were going to have to run the ball to be able to win the game. And then, obviously, with the elements, the running game became a bigger part of it. So I can't say enough about those offensive linemen, Wayne Gallman, and then obviously Deshaun, the way he ran today.
Thanks, Joe.
Now that you can kind of talk about it, how much did the rain actually change the game plan?
Yeah, I think it definitely changes the plan. It changes a lot of different things. It kind of goes in and out. Early on the rain was not too bad, and we felt like we could throw the ball a little bit more. But later in the game, as it really got soggy out there, the balls were starting to get wet, and just felt like we were having success. If they took away the run, then we would have been forced to throw it a little bit more. But I felt like our guys were running well, and we wanted to keep the ball in Gallman's hand and in Deshaun's hand, and make them have to drive the whole field to beat us.
Talk about Wayne's performance the last 2 weeks. Yeah. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Yeah, he's done an excellent job. Over 100 yards versus that type of defense. He's a guy that continues to do it week in and week out, and you're just seeing him getting better and better each week. And we've seen him have a lot of success in practice, but it's been great for him to be able to carry that over to the game field, and I think he's on his way to having a big year.